Okay, good. So first of all, thank you again for taking the time to join us for this webinar. I'll bring the slide up here. Good, and we will talk about our new product, our new ESBR VoIP gateway today for the next 30 minutes. So we want to keep it short. So in order to also don't use too much of your time. To get started with today's webinar, I would like to introduce myself real quick. So some of you may already know me. So my name is Mark Eberhard. I'm the product manager at Patton based in Switzerland, and I'm driving today's webinar for our new product. With me in this webinar, we have Tanya Barbeito. Some of you already know her. So she is our marketing responsible for Western Europe, and she is assisting me today for the webinar. So if you have any questions, put them in the chat field, so Tanya will be glad to answer them, and if it comes down to very specific technical questions, I'll be glad to answer them after the webinar within the next hour. Good. So welcome, Tanya, as well.
Hello, everybody.
And I think we'll just get started. Good. So as said, we have a great new product we want to show you today. So this is the agenda we put together so far. It will talk about some market trends we observed from Patton, and we will go down and explain what kind of solutions can be built based off that. We want to go to the key features of the new product we are presenting today. Then a closer look to the hardware so that you'll know what kind of ports are coming with this product. Then some sample application use cases in order to show you, to give you some ideas where, in which fields those products can be used. And then towards the end, we want to say some words about the target customers, where we think those products can be installed or can be used for, and some in details about the market introduction. Depending on the time, how long this is going to take, so we'll also have hopefully some time left for a Q&A. So if there still will be some questions about the new product, so you're more than welcome to ask those questions. To the market trends. So what we observed from Patton side, we see that SIP-to-SIP becomes more dominant, so more SIP-to-SIP applications are being used or to become common, basically. Another aspect is security. So with all the SIP traffic going through public networks, in most of the cases, security becomes more and more important and a key factor. Performance. So with more content being available in the cloud, for instance, on the internet, the access link is requiring more bandwidth, which again requires more performance. And then, of course, ease of use means installing units at the customer's network edge should be in a way that they can be installed simple so that they don't consume a lot of time. So just to go a little bit more into details about those market trends we observe. So we see the TDM line usage going down. So many of you noticed that some of the incumbent big carriers announced the switch of ISDN lines. So for instance, here in Switzerland, Swisscom is about to shut down ISDN lines by 2017, Deutsche Telekom the following year, and there are many other incumbent carriers about to switch off TDM lines. So this means that the demand for IPPBX solutions, SIP trunk connections is increasing, and there will be a demand for proper security elements, demarcation elements on the customer network edge to make sure that this is handled properly in terms of the message flow, and as said, to demarcate the two networks, the customer's private network and the WAN public network. Another key aspect.
So Mark, but let me just interrupt you shortly. So why do you really think that we need a SIP demarcation point on the network edge?
Well,
is that really important?
That's a good question. So, I mean, as I just said before a little bit, is that customers, they don't want to really expose their private network to the outside. I mean, it's also called like network topology hiding. So this is meant with the SIP demarcation point. So this can be done with a device like ours, the ESBR, splitting up those two networks for like security reasons, for management reasons, and also for hiding the network topology from the customer network, private network.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. Another point there, moving on, is survivability to PSTN. So in case there's something will happen to the SIP trunk, for instance, during the transition phase where TDM lines are still available, so there is a need for fallback scenarios for survivability to be still able to do phone calls if the SIP trunk is down. Security, more and more an important thing. So as SIP connections become the new standard, there is more traffic, let's call it sensitive traffic, crossing public networks in most of the cases. So this urges the need to have a proper security in place. So where there it's signaling protection or media stream protection, or even to be on the safe side against fraud protection, and also, as mentioned before, network topology hiding. So these points become more and more important as the customer don't want to expose like private sensitive data to the public network. Performance, with more and more bandwidth being available from the ISPs, also to address the need downloading more content from the internet, from the cloud, from websites with animated things like videos and so on. So there more performance is required on the device sitting at the customer's edge, and still QoS is still an issue which has to be addressed, which has to be resolved. So even with big pipes, with large file transfers, you can saturate those links, which means QoS is still required for a proper voice quality. Ease of use for the install. So of course, such a device sitting at the customer's network edge should have a short and quick and simple setup time. So to allow the installer to do the install quick, to serve the customer's needs in a fast way. So this all goes down to saving time, as time is money, and it requires zero-touch provisioning wherever this is applicable and useful. Good. So now the question comes, how did we from Patton react to those market trends? Introducing the new products of today, the ESBR and the VoIP gateway. So in case of the market trend for SIP-to-SIP applications becoming more and more popular, so there we have really nice solutions to address survivability aspects. So with the TDM ports which are included on this product, there we can address exactly those problems, exactly those needs. The service demarcation, which includes network topology hiding, for instance, and the QoS, as I've mentioned before. So with the well-known downstream and upstream QoS we from Patton provide, so you'll be perfectly fit for exactly those market trends. Security, with the feature being available of SIP TLS and SRTP, so we can address those trends too, or actually those needs, to make sure that traffic being sent across a public network, let's say an unsecure network, can be encrypted using our TLS and SRTP mechanisms. Performance is key. So there, with our new product, the 5530, we offer a much higher routing performance, which gives you the availability to route through all the big data, all the big traffic from the networks down to the customer's private network.
But when you say, Mark, more IP performance, do you mean more IP performance than the normal ESBRs that Patton already has, or more performance than, I don't know, can you say that in numbers probably for?
Oh yeah, that's actually a good point. So just to give you an idea on where we stand in terms of performance, so the new products compared to the 4660 or 4630 ISDN products, so with the new one we offer up to a 10 times better routing performance. So this is quite interesting, right?
Yeah, it sounds interesting, but even more performance than the PRI products that we have?
Oh yeah, it's even more than the current PRI products, for instance, 4980.
Okay, wow.
Good. Moving on, in terms of a simple, fast, and hassle-free installation, we offer the Web Wizard, which is part of this product. So that really allows the installer to go fast and go quick with the installation of the product.
This sounds more like the project I'm working on, Mark.
Oh, yeah, you're right. So the Web Wizard, don't you want to tell us some more details about that, maybe?
Yeah, exactly. There will be another webinar coming up explaining how this Web Wizard works. It's more or less like a community platform where all our partners, let's say our channels, creators can create and upload wizards, and the users can download it. All that will help the end customer or the reseller to have a smooth and easy installation.
Oh, that sounds good. So
yeah.
we'll look out for that when
Sure.
the invitation is coming for that webinar. Thank you, Tanya. So we talked about market trends, we talked about possibilities, or actually the actions what Patton took to address those market trends. So I want to go into more details what the new product is concerned. So as you can see, we're releasing two different SKUs. So the 5530, our ESBR, and the 4130, the new voice gateway. Both of those two units, they more or less have the same hardware. So as you can see, the only big difference there is the one Ethernet port. So the 5530 or ESBRs has two Ethernet ports to allow IP routing, and the gateway just has one, doing the conversion from BRI to voice over IP. Also, as you can see, we still have the console port, which is really appreciated by the technicians going out in the field installing those units. So it's being used for maintenance and initial setup if this is required. Also, we do have the USB port, which is the new standard of Patton products. So this will allow to connect, for instance, a 3G, 4G modem for another WAN uplink, whether this is being used as a standard WAN uplink or for survivability purposes. Now, having that said, going from the hardware features into the software features, I just want to focus and highlight some of those. So this is just a small excerpt of the features we provide on the new products. However, the important things here I want to outline. This product runs just Trinity, so with all the nice features coming with Trinity. SIP TLS, we talked about it, security aspects, also including SRTP, a unique feature we have just on Trinity. Then this product comes with two Ethernet ports, gigabit Ethernet ports, I have to say, and for a clear voice and a nice or good phone quality experience of the end customers, we offer G722 HD codec, and along with the upstream and downstream QoS functionalities, we can ensure a really nice and clear voice going through that unit. Then the Web Wizard we talked about, so this is part of this product as well, along with the new platform we're going to launch, the online Web Wizard, and then the powerful packet-based router, which allows you to really do sophisticated and intelligent packet routing on that device. Talking about those features, let's go into the applications, basically, where those products can be used for. So I want to start with a rather simple application here. It's a TDM linked replacement application, so where we can see on the right hand side the SIP trunk going to the new product, and on the left hand side we have a legacy IPPBX. So for instance, if the customer just invested a couple of years ago into a new ISDN PBX, or to new phones connecting to those to this IPPBX, so they may want to keep that for a while, but still want to benefit from the new technology by going out through a SIP trunk. So there, this product can ideally being used for in order to keep the investment being done on the legacy ISDN PBX. As mentioned, with the security needs of the market, we can address this as well with this product. So we can go with TLS and SRTP once the public connection is concerned. So this is all part of the 5530 of the new product. Now moving along, if this scenario may changes over time, so the sooner or later this customer probably also wants to benefit from new features, from UC features coming from the IPPBX side. So even then, this smart node still resides on the customer's network edge, on the customer premise, really connecting all the different lines together. So it allows smooth migration, coexistent with the two PBXs. So an IPPBX will coexist with an ISDN PBX. So that means that one user after the other can be migrated over to the IPPBX side. And if for whatever reason fallback is required, so we offer the well-known relay functionality on our product. So in case of a power loss to the unit, it will bridge together the ISDN PBX directly with the ISDN PSDN. So still phone calls can be done. And as you can see, really in the middle of this whole application, the 5530 is managing the QoS matters. It's encrypting the traffic going out to the SIP trunk. It's doing IP routing. It's doing voice call routing. So you can even do a least cost routing on that unit. So it's a really powerful unit to address all the customer needs which are out in the field. This, again, to give you an idea in which kinds of applications the 5530, so the new ESBR with BRI interfaces can be used for. And then moving on to the smaller unit, the 4130, which is a gateway only. So there the application is rather simple. So over there you want to use it for connecting an IPPBX to still a TDM-based PSDN line. So this product can be used for. So it's really showing where or in which cases you can actually use this product.
But Mark, I'm sorry. I think our channels know this application because it looks like a typical 4120 application. What's the difference with the new 4130?
Oh, that's a good point. So there the big difference is that we now with this new product offer clear HD voice with supporting the G722 codec. Of course, as this unit is running Trinity, we offer the web wizard, which allows shorter installation time for our resellers or their installers actually. And of course, we support the SIP TLS SRTP functionality, which provides security. So for this application, where there are sensitive phone calls being done inside the company, so we provide the possibility to encrypt those calls. So these are the main difference to the unit. So compared to, let's say, 4120, for instance.
Okay.
So much about the applications. So there will be much more applications where our units can be used for, as always. So there I could draw like 10 different slides in which kind of applications. However, I think these are the most common or the most important ones. So moving on to give you an overview on where we stand in terms of functionalities across the two different products. So you can compare yourself what it offers here. So maybe a highlight there. So both products can be ordered depending on the model with high precision clock. So in order to make sure that DECT wireless telephony system work well, or to make sure fax connections will go through stable. So for this, the high precision clock is required. Then IP routing, a feature available on the 5530, since the 4130 is a gateway only. And also I wanted to give you an indication on where we stand on the pricing side. So list prices starting from 750 euros for the 5530 and around 600 for the 4130 unit. So you'll see here the difference. The one Ethernet port for the gateway as it's indicated here.
But now, I'm sorry, Mark, to interrupt you again, but our channels buy the 4630 yet, and they have them in their portfolio. Do they have to switch now to the 5530, for instance, or isn't it a replacement? These are two different units. Could you explain that a little bit?
Oh, that's actually also an interesting point. So there is some overlap between those two units. So comparing the new units to the 4630, for instance. However, as you were able to see before, we offer much more and more state-of-the-art features on the new products, because it's running our Trinity operating system. So I would say it's more future-proof if you go with the new product. So it's better you change the sooner than the later, as this product really offers the latest feature set of today, and also for the future we'll be adding more and more functionalities to those products, to the Trinity operating system, which is not going to happen for the 4630 units.
But they can still sell the 4630 if their customer doesn't need, for instance, that much of performance or all these new functionalities, right?
Oh yeah, that's right. So
okay.
Still they can go with the old units, but considering the feature gap and also the future-proofness, so that's the thing which has to be considered.
Okay.
Okay, but thank you for that. Then moving on to the target customers. So as you in this webinar are customers in this case, so you know what again your customers are, so let's put it that way. So whether it's value-added resellers, system integrators, or retailers, there we see them addressing the SME market space. So at the end, where the unit is going to be installed at a whatever doctor's office or retail stores or whatever kind of agencies. So that's where we see the target market of the new products.
Yeah, but Mark, this sounds great. But how they can sell those products? Which are the USPs of this new products like the 5530 and the 4130?
So yeah, actually we heard some of the USPs already during this presentation, but just to highlight them again. So USPs with the well-known up and downstream QoS tied together with the G722 high-definition codec, and also with the much stronger IP routing performance. I think this is really a great product addressing the customer's needs and to be ready for the future needs of voice over IP technology.
Okay.
So we are coming to an end of this presentation. So I'm not sure where we're at in time. So around 20 minutes, not too bad. I didn't cover everything for the new product. So as always, you know how to reach us. So whether you're coming from whatever region, so either contact us here in Switzerland using the contact details as indicated, or if you're from Eastern Europe, so our team in Budapest will be glad to help you with any ordering of the new products, pre-ordering, or any kind of questions you might have, or any question that might come up at the later stage of those products. But already now, I think it was great to present that new product to all of you, and I think we want to just see where we stand with the questions. So Tanya, what's the state?
I think all questions were answered. I don't know if all the others have any additional question. You can feel free and write it. We will be more than happy to answer all of them.
Sounds good. So Great job, Tanya. Thanks a lot. So I think I will ask you to assist for any other upcoming webinar. So that was a great help. Thanks a lot again.
Thank you.
And since there are no more open questions at this stage, I think we can close this webinar for today. Again, I would like to thank everyone for your participation, and I look forward to see you working with our new product, and I'll be glad to receive any feedback about the new product. So as always, we're glad to help you in order for you to help your customers to have them having a great experience doing phone calls over Patton products. This webinar we want to post online, so in case you want to show it to some of your colleagues or you want to distribute it, so feel free to do so. You'll be informed about that. And again, stay tuned for any upcoming webinar, whether it's for the Web Wizard, but also for this product. So what we are doing next is a webinar for the other partners we have, basically including also your customers. So that's going to take place on the 16th of April, where we'll do a little bit in a different way, but more or less the same content of this new product to those remaining partners we have. So, but you have been first seeing this presentation, and again, thanks again for your time, and I'm looking forward to see you again soon. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Bye-bye.